It's in here somewhere. Here it is.
I tiptoe sanity the way gravity's always grabbing me, pulling down on me. Look around and see nothing but a clouded scene surrounding me. Same thing, same thing, same thing. Feels good to be free. Take a look at me, but this book ain't cheap. Can't put that hook in me. Nah. I think outside the box, write what's on my mind a lot. That's how my rhymes hit the spot. Each time I top the last sentence that I drop, but I'm not finishing the job. If this is a gimmick, it's a squash. That's how I'm living, oh my gosh. I'm just joshing, just lost in thought. And let's take it back to square one. I dare some to put out a rare one. I'm just being me, and I really don't care, son. Some say I'm out my mind. I say it's about time. Being a prisoner of mine should be listed as a crime. It's something I've been feeling for quite some time, but I don't know if I could go that far. Out of my mind is something I've been feeling for quite some time, but I don't know if I could go that far. Out of my mind. Please excuse me while I step out for a minute. Hold on please, I need to breathe, just give me a second. It gets too crowded in my mind and I need to step out this house of mine. And I said this all 1,000 times, I no longer have a slouch in my spine. So I'm not falling in line, not even stalling this time. I stand tall with this spine, don't need alcohol to feel fine. I'm gonna keep doing my thing and pursuing my dreams with this music scene, giving you the truest me. Escape this captivity and not get trapped back into me. I'm only packing a few things and I'm bringing my family back with me. My hands are free, no longer trapped, you see, no tragedy. Lift this massive seed of sanity that was found in me, now this rap's complete. It's something I've been feeling for quite some time, but I don't know if I could go that far. Out of my mind is something I've been feeling for quite some time, but I don't know if I could go that far. Out of my mind.
Okay. It's in here somewhere. Here it is.
I tiptoe sanity the way gravity's always grabbing me, pulling down on me. Look around and see nothing but a clouded scene surrounding me. Same thing, same thing, same thing. Feels good to be free. Take a look at me, but this book ain't cheap. Can't put that hook in me. Nah. I think outside the box, write what's on my mind a lot. That's how my rhymes hit the spot. Each time I top the last sentence that I drop, but I'm not finishing the job. If this is a gimmick, it's a squash. That's how I'm living, oh my gosh. I'm just joshing, just lost in thought. And let's take it back to square one. I dare some to put out a rare one. I'm just being me, and I really don't care, son. Some say I'm out my mind. I say it's about time. Being a prisoner of mine should be listed as a crime. It's something I've been feeling for quite some time, but I don't know if I could go that far. Out of my mind is something I've been feeling for quite some time, but I don't know if I
y'all, you know what? I can't even have like setup time without y'all starting the hype train. The heck? Thank y'all for the gifted subs, biddies, subs, and everything else you guys did to contribute to that almost level 2 hype train. Jesus, we're not even freaking 5 minutes into the stream and we're already getting a hype train. What the heck? Oh, can't even have a normal, peaceful writing stream anymore. It's like we gotta cause all the hype and chaos. It's great. Thank you everybody for dropping in, dropping those alerts. Thank you for the biddies barters. Thank you for the sub. Kevin, thank you for that resub. Anonymous, thank you for the gifted sub to Yuki. I appreciate everything you guys have contributed. I really do. I may joke and say, Jesus, I can't do nothing without, you know, the things going on. I do appreciate it though. I really do. You guys keep the stream alive and going. Just being here, hanging out, and showing me the love. But yeah, with all that said, we behave, OBS. Let's see, do I have announcements for this week? Yes, I do actually. So this week we are getting ready to do the I mean, since you're working the night shift. You know, since you're working the night shift, I could always do Working the Night Shift by John Party. As the song. What do you have in mind, 1-2? What is it you're gonna torment me but to sing? Oh, you want to do? Okay, I'll do Night Shift. Hang on, let me pull it up. You haven't done the bits yet? I just got the notification that the somebody did a bits redeem for resub with that Prime. Let's go. Appreciate you, love. Why is it doing the sing alert? I think my sound alerts is broken. Hey yo. Oh, there's the alert for the resubs. The Ayo? So why is it doing the sing? Did you redeem the sing alert or the sing redeem? 1-2? Or is my sound alerts just misbehaving today? Woohoo! All right, well we got that level 1 hype train. It was at 89% into level 2. Barter, did you do the bits redeem for singing? Yeah, I think my sound alerts just might be broken. Because I didn't get the notification that somebody redeemed the sing for me to Caden. So I wonder if something got switched up. You did redeem the sing for me? Oh, 1, 2. Let's see. Subscribed, anonymous, hype train, donated bits. Yeah, so Barters and 1, 2 both did the sing for me dedicated, and I'm seeing it right here now on my dashboard for sound alert. So yes, it was redeemed. Okay, so we're doing Working the Night Shift by John Party as one song. What is your song request, Barter? And I'm going to go ahead and move over to this one and get ready to sing. Okay, Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash. I think we can manage that. Okay, so we'll do Ring of Fire, and then we'll do John Party, Working the Night Shift. So Ring of Fire, Johnny Cash lyrics. No, not a bad one at all to start with. Okay, I'm gonna make sure. Okay, it's not coming through yet. There we go. Properties. Okay. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a burning fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. A ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the wire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. It went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 until the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire, ring of fire, ring of fire. All right, there you go. There's Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire. It's a good song. I've enjoyed that song for a very, very long time. All right. Night Shift. John Party. Let's see, is this going to be a good one? I think this is a good one. All right, now we got up next is John Party's Night Shift. It's actually a really good song. So here we go. It's been a wreck, me, week. 6 plus from dawn to dusk in the red dirt heat. We busting up for a couple of bucks, but I ain't no thing. Just another day till I'm on my way in them cool, cool sheets. And you and me working on the night shift, baby. Dying for your touch like crazy. Racking up them overtime hours, loving how we're working on the night shift, baby. Rock it right, no need to talk, I know what you want and what you like. 'Cause I do it too, yeah, I love how you leave on the lines. There's nothing between you and me, and it feels so nice when you and I are working on the night shift, baby. Dying for your touch like crazy. Racking up the overtime hours, loving how we're working on the night shift, baby. Yeah. Yeah. It's been a wreck me week. Oh, but who needs sleep? When you're working on the night shift, baby. Dying for your touch like crazy. Racking up the overtime hours, loving how we're working on the night shift, baby. Loving how we're working on the night shift. Loving how we're working on the night shift. Working on the night shift, baby. I could see 1-2 serenading some senorita with this. There you go. We got Night Shift by John Party. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Okay, so I think I know why I did not see the redeems pop up. For some reason, sound alerts are not in my chats anymore. So I'm thinking maybe they got banned at some point. So let me pull up Twitch real quick. We're gonna go into my dashboard and check the ban list. Okay, I'm not seeing sound alerts in the ban list, so maybe. Okay, let's go back to sound alerts. Yes, I understand I'm live right now. Appreciate you for telling me that. Dashboard. Yeah, it says everything's working fine. It's just not showing up in the list of people that are in my chat right now. They still have mod, don't they? Let's see. Dashboard. Glitch in the Matrix, yes. There's always something, it seems. It's like you can't have a stream, you can't be a streamer, or any of that without having some kind of something. Yeah, they still have moderator role, so... Huh. They shall return eventually, at some point, throughout the day. Maybe. Who knows? If anything, I'll just I'll send an email over to Sound Alerts and see what they suggest or check their help thing, their help desk. But yeah, so announcements for the week. Tonight we will be working on picking the entry for NaNoWriMo. I know I did see a lot of votes for a couple books in particular, so I'm going to take like the top 5, and then we're going to do a poll here on chat to pick, like, do the actual pick. So I'll give you guys opportunities to vote one last time. Also, I believe I set it up yesterday. Yes. Why isn't it showing up? I could have sworn I set it up. I'm gonna have to reopen Twitch. I thought I had set it up for the community challenge, but I'm not seeing it. Hang on. Twitch dashboard. I swear I set it up for yesterday's stream. So that way everybody can start plucking away at it. Yeah, it's... Oh, I didn't hit start. That's what it was. Okay, start challenge. There it is. Now it's showing up. Community challenge started. So this is for the Minecraft Stardew stream. I'll do one of each. One will be done with Space Crow. So it'll be a collab of Minecraft with the wonderful Space Crow. And then I will also collab with Atlas, my niece, to do a Stardew stream. So those two will be, you guys have 31 days, so you guys have plenty of time to raise up 150,000 points to get me to do Minecraft and Stardew. The reason this is a challenge now is because my niece has, for over a year, tried to get me to play Stardew with them, and I've refused every time. Also, too, is see, we already got the contributing to go. Space has been wanting me to play Minecraft with them, so here we go. Now we have a challenge set up for it. If you guys raise 150,000 by the end of November, then I will do a collab stream with the two of them, and we'll get that set up. So aside from that, tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and Thursday will be both writing streams where we'll be working on the book for NaNoWriMo. National Novel Writing Month is upon us in less than 6 hours. So all around the world, writers and authors, they take out the entire month and they try to write a 50,000 word story within that month as a challenge. Many authors use it as a boosting block to becoming published through like a major publishing company. So there's a lot of agents that look through these. They look through these entries and pick out the ones they like that they think that would fit, publishing companies that they work for and stuff like that. So it's been an active event for as long as I can remember. They've been around. They've also done grants and stuff for entries where people could win money or to self-publish their own book due to being able to provide cover art, advertisement, stuff like that. So it's NaNoWriMo is very important for the writing community, and it's something I enjoy doing every year. I try to participate as best I can, but sometimes just life gets the best of me and I don't ever finish the book. I've finished one book throughout the entire time, and I was really excited about that. But yeah, that's what we're working on. Tonight we'll be choosing the entry we're gonna do, and then we'll get started on writing it tomorrow night. So it's mostly just a chill. We're gonna hang out. We'll probably do some prep work on the book itself, get the layout situated, update whatever notes I need to update on it, and stuff like that. So it's gonna be primarily a chill night of us just hanging out and chatting and spending time with one another while I prep things for tomorrow's stream, basically. Aside from that, next week's schedule will be similar. I think we'll end up doing... so like my Friday streams are going to be special streams. We'll probably do a game of some sort. I'm thinking for this Friday, I'm going to do Baldur's Gate 3 this Friday, now that I have the means to play it on stream again. And so we'll play Baldur's Gate this Friday. Next Friday, we'll continue the VTuber Summit game that we started last night. Well, I was leading that into something. So those will be our Friday things that we do in the morning. So from 6 a.m. 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. I think is what time I set that for. We'll be doing the VTuber Summit. My schedule this week is different, and will be this way going forward. Monday through Thursday, I will stream from 6 to 8:30, because in the past, if I'm getting home from work, I'm usually dragging butt by the time 8:30 rolls around anyway. So I figured this way I have a set time when I'm supposed to be off. If we go past that, so be it. At least this way I'm committing to my 2.5 hour scheduled stream that I have set up. And then Fridays, instead of being a 6 to 10 in the evening, it's going to be 6 to 10 in the morning. So those people that can't normally make my streams at 6 o'clock at night, my time, will have an opportunity to at least make a morning stream and kind of hang out and chit chat. And that's my planned schedule going forward, unless I switch careers or a full-time job and end up doing morning streams from here on out, because that's the goal. I want to do morning streams. Not this Friday, not the 3rd, but the 10th. We will be starting the D&D campaign in the evening, and Dash's husband, Tim, also known as Elixar, will be DMing that campaign. The Friday after that, we will be doing in the evenings. These are all evening streams for the D&D stuff, but the Friday after that, Rowan is running a D&D campaign as well. So we'll be doing 2 different D&D campaigns. They'll alternate Fridays. I think that's all I got. So we go ahead. I'll transition. I don't have anything up yet, so we'll just transition over here. So it's just us. I mean, I guess I could just leave the music up. Yeah, we'll hang out here. So I'm gonna put it up in the poll here in a second, and we're gonna do a vote on the entry. Actually, I should probably wait till Space gets done eating dinner, because he'll be very upset if I exclude him from the vote. So basically, we'll just go through and look at what the top 5 picks are for the nano entries. You know what? So let me open Notepad up so I can write down scores versus to the book's name. So how's everybody's evening going? I know once you say he was working the night shift. Barter, how are you doing tonight? Rowan and Prisms are both doing schoolwork. Rage, I hope you're doing pretty good. I hear you get to see Dash here pretty soon. Space is eating dinner. Octavius, I hope you're doing well. Doing pretty good, just chilling now. Nice. Heck yeah. Alright, so this one had 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 points. See, 3 times 6 is 18, plus 5 is 23. So 23 points. And I will also be keeping this list on votes because I will probably use this list to gauge what I write going forward, or what books I work on going forward, seeing how a lot of them got a lot of votes. Like, a lot of people liked a lot of these, and some of these got a ton of votes. 9, 10, 11. Like, I was actually surprised that the Cosmology of Chaos got so many freaking votes. I was blown away. If we do end up going with the Cosmology of Chaos, I've already got a ton of notes down for that book, so we'll just review and prep mentally for that book and being the one we write. Let's see. So we're gonna do final contact. You got 12 points because it's chaos. Yeah. And the funny part is, it is I don't want to say continuation to this book, The Inheritance of Chaos, because it's not really a continuation. It's a separate story altogether. It just happens to have the same main character from this story. So I guess the better term would be it's in the same universe, sort of. Now, let me take that back. It's in the same story world as that book is. It's a completely different universe from where he starts out on in that book. Which is the fun part about that book is part of his, like, the first bit of the book was during a D&D campaign. So, like, a lot of the stuff that we did in D&D will be in that book in the first, like the prologue and first couple chapters. This one's also 12. For those of you that don't know the scoring, because I didn't tell anybody about the way I was scoring these. Each Love It got 3 points, and then each Yes got a is just a single point. Any No's would be considered a -1 point. And I just remember that these are me putting the votes down. So let me readjust. All right, so I could take 4 points out, and you're actually 8. And then you would also be -4 points. So you would actually be a 19. And I think that's going to be the case for most of these. Is going to be -4 points. So that's a 7. You guys are 8s. 8. Okay. Let's see. We're back down to Gatekeeper and then Into the Night. For those of you hanging out and have no idea where I'm pulling these numbers from, in my Discord, I had done a channel called NaNoWriMo Entry. And these summaries are all sitting in that channel for people to vote on by picking, the emojis that are, or the reactions that are attached to it, thus creating the point system I'm now making now. So it is a 6, 8. Okay, so we got 8 points for this one. Right? No, I did that wrong. This one's only 4 points. There was no limits to how many books you can vote on. You can vote on them all. You can vote on one. You can vote on 2. It didn't matter. The point of the matter is to see who is interested in what the most, because everybody has different tastes and story concepts and stuff like that they would like to see me write. And that's the point. So I want to know what my fan or my audience would actually enjoy reading, which kind of gives me a better idea of what I can write on stream and stuff like that. So this one's got 2 and 1, so that's 7 points. 7 swords. And this is nowhere near the full collection of stories I have available at my disposal to write at any given point. The choices were made based on book length, because the idea for NaNoWriMo is to write 50,000 words. So that was the idea, is we want a book that's going to be at least 50,000 words. So let's see, 7 swords got 2 and 2. So that's 8 points. Update on a few now. Okay, I'll make sure to go back and verify that the points match before we pick our top 5. So this one's also 4 points. The biggest reason I've been doing this method of voting is to kind of get that motivation to write more on stream, or to write more in general, because I've hit times in my career as a writer where I've just lacked motivation to write, because I've published 3 books now, and like I can't even get a negative review on my books. Like it just feels like nobody really takes the time to look at them or they're just not getting the attention. Because I've spent close to $500 on advertisement, and I should have gotten at least a review or two on some of these. I know I've gotten a couple reviews on a book or two, but those were like friends of mine where they're all like, hey, we're gonna leave a review just to help it grow and get some more attention. And it's great and all, but that's the idea, is to get that attention. The reviews do make my books become more what's the word I'm trying to think of? More noticed. People are going to see my books more often, the more reviews and stuff that the book gets. Twisted City American. I got 3 points. I'm actually surprised Stygia and Night got no votes to it at all. That honestly surprised me, because when I was talking about that book on stream not too long ago, it seemed like Space was really into that one. But did I pass one? Oh, I passed to Archon. That one also got 3 points. And then finally, Twisted City Skirmish got 3 points as well. All right, so now we're going to go back to the top. We're going to double check, make sure I got all the correct points. So we got Blood Rose is at 8. 6 plus 4. So 6 is 18, 22. So this one's actually at 22 points now. So 4 and 1, or 3 and 1. So that's 9, 10. So this one's at 10 points now. Three and 2. So this one's at 11 points. 3, 9, 10, 11. So this one's at Gatekeeper's at 11 points, right? And then Final Contact is at 11 points. Okay, so I missed that one. That's what I missed. Okay, and scrolling down. Into the Night is only 4 points. Okay, we got that one right. Neo Olympia is 7 points. 7 Swords is 8 points. 4 points for Sleepless City. Society of Lone Operatives is also 4 points. 0, 3, 3, and 3. Perfect. All right, so we're all caught up with those points. So now we can go ahead and take a peek. So we're going to have this one, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So those are my top 5 right there. Blood Rose Chronicles, Cosmology of Chaos, Final Contact, Gatekeeper, and 7 Swords. Those are all really good ones too. So what I'll do now is I'll go through. We'll talk a bit about the books that are in the top 5. So that way those that aren't in the Discord will have an idea of what they are. Their basic summary of what they are before we do the voting stuff. So Blood Rose Chronicles is The Streets of New York City all the way to the underbelly of Los Angeles, the world has never truly known what bumps in the night. A hunter, a werewolf, and a vampire must put aside their natural desires to kill each other and work out the mysteries that are unfolding as the world's fate are left in the hands of the Prince of the Frontier. While the Prince of the Midwest begins to move on the Northeast domain, will the old alliances hold out, or will chaos erupt across the continental United States? You never know what fate has in store for you until it is too late. Inspired by White Wolf's World of Darkness. So this particular book is heavily inspired by the World of Darkness tabletop RPG game. So they have Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, Hunter the Reckoning. They got Changeling Mage. So they got different games, much similar to D&D. But the World of Darkness story and the things that inspire most game masters to write in this storyline, that's what we're looking at. So it'll have a lot of similar features from the game series. When completed, before I can publish this one, I will have to email White Wolf and get their permission to publish, like I did with Inheritance of Chaos. And similar to what I'm going to have to do with Cosmology of Chaos is I have to get their permission to... Actually, no, Cosmology of Chaos is a homebrew. Like when I started shifting it into the second book, I completely redid a lot of the worlds and stuff, so they're all my own worlds. So I don't actually have to get permission to do that one. It will be definitely D&D inspired, but it will have none of their intellectual property for that one. Unlike Blood Rose Chronicles, which will have some similar merits. So I will definitely email to get that permission. So Cosmology of Chaos. Decaden returns to adventuring lifestyle after a decade of sitting around working in a shop. So this is after, this is a decade after book one, or the Inheritance of Chaos ends. He finds himself paired up with a much larger group this time around as they travel to the northern snow-scaped regions of Faerun. First the group finds themselves stopping an all-out war with the Frost Giants, only to end up in the middle of a Frost Giant attack on Bryn Shander. However, after tinkering with his filigree friend, Decaden somehow opens a portal into a new plane of existence, is sent on a whole new adventure as he finds himself having to survive alone. With a new world to explore, Decaden must seek a way to leave this realm and find a way back to his own world. He will travel along the world seeking new friends and allies along the way, meet new challenges, and take his adventuring to a whole new level. Will he survive the great unknown new world he finds himself in, or will he be forever lost, never to return to his family and friends back home? The world is an ever-expanding place. Let's find out together in the Cosmology of Chaos. Let's see, a Dungeons and Dragons inspired short that started out as a character backstory, turned to class assignment, turned into a full-length novel. Now as we enter into the second adventure of our poor artificer, this story has grown beyond anything I would have imagined it to be, and it be in the first place. So yeah, it's this story, like I write, because I just read that verbatim for what I wrote. This story, literally, the Inheritance of Chaos, started as a backstory because my wife was DMing for a D&D campaign. She was getting ready to run, and I needed a backstory. I was like, all right, cool. So I'll write the backstory. I also needed a short story creative writing assignment for a creative writing class I was taking. And so I was like, all right, cool. I'll kill two birds with one stone. I'll write a freaking backstory and I'll write the assignment all at the same time. Perfect. As I'm writing the 1.5 chapters that takes place in the actual book itself, I started envisioning the entire story as a whole. So like the beginning portion of it, like the prologue, chapters 1 and 2, and then the assignment was actually chapter 3 and some of chapter 4. And then the rest of the story after that, I just started coming to my head one right after another. And so, yeah, it just snowballed into this giant world of things. And so the idea behind the second one was a transition from my wife DMing to me DMing. So we had to pull my character out and pull her character in. I came up with the idea of my artificer accidentally opening a gateway by hitting the wrong rune or something on his filigree fox, because his filigree fox is covered in runes, which gives it life and gives it power, and sentience and all that. You're not here. I don't see it. I don't see you, one two. I don't know what you're talking about. But those runes are what give the filigree fox his life, and so he, is working on it and then accidentally, scratches something in there wrong and then triggers a portal to open up and sends him into a whole new world. And so that's basically what the second book is. It's also the prologue. The entire book is a prologue to a campaign I plan on running in the future, where he is the quest giver, if you would. He's the main guy that guides the party along their adventure. So this story basically builds up to that campaign. We are in an ad break. Ain't that a shame? I'll wait. In the meantime, I'm going to fill my snack bowl. Got about a minute and a half left on ads, guys. So once those start veering off, I'll continue on. I don't want to have anybody miss anything that's not subscribed to the channel, so it's a good time killer to wow, with that ad coming in, how long have I been talking? Almost an hour. I guess I did sing 2 songs in the beginning, so that makes sense. Boom, 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 boom. Back over here. 10 seconds left on ads. So we'll get going, get rolling here in a second. And we're back from ads, everybody. I appreciate you all sitting through those. They do help. The ad revenue does help build better quality streams. Hopefully here soon my new computer will be in, and then I won't have this much issue. All right. So the next one, Final Contact, is actually oh no. or watch the show. Thank you. Pops! My God, thank you for the raid. Holy crap. Here we go. Okay, what we got? Let me get you a shout out real quick, buddy. Oh, thank you for the follow, suspects. Shout out. Pops. Thank you for the raid, man. Holy crap. I appreciate you. Let's see. What is your guys' raid message? Is snap, crackle, pop? We raiding? I love it. That's great. Welcome in, everybody. For those of you guys that don't know, my name is Decaying Chaos. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I play various games from first-person shooters to tactical RPGs. I'm also an internationally published author who does writing streams from time to time. As a matter of fact, we are getting ready to prep for the month of November, which is National Novel Writing Month. So for the month of November, I will be doing more writing streams as we write on stream a book for the NaNoWriMo entry, basically. Welcome in, Raiders. Pops, how was stream? You guys were playing Party Animals still, right? Because that's what you guys were doing when I had left. Where'd it go? Yeah. Oh, you guys switched to Fall Guys. Nice. I love that. I'm gonna have to go steal that from Pickles. Oh, thank you for the resub there, Pops. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's see who else came in with your raid. Let me see. We got a Blue. What up, Blue? I think you're still streaming, aren't you, bud? I think so. Maybe. We got Suspects. Welcome in. K Rich, my guy. What up? How you doing? Welcome in. A Wild Pet Rock. Nice. I like that name. Welcome in. Pet Rock. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you all coming in. But yeah, Raiders, please, before anything, take care of your guys' self. You guys need to stretch, get up, move around, get some water, get some snackies, food, whatever. I do not mind whatsoever. I hope you guys take care of yourself before you come and hang out with me. If you guys want to stick around and hang out, we're just working on some prep work for National Novel Writing Month, and I'm just going over the books that are possible entries. Stream was good. We moved to Fall Guys. Nice, yeah. How did the Fall Guys game go? Did you guys kick some ass and get some crowns? Hell yeah, that's what I want to see. Ass kicking. Let's go. Kinky, I see you. How you doing, Pickles? How's your day going? Just chilling with the homies. Heck yeah. For anybody that is new to this stream or new to me in general, if you guys stream, please let me know. I'd like to get to know you guys. I'd like to, learn more about new people. I like meeting new people. It's a lot of the reason why I do this is I've met so many awesome individuals sitting here in front of this camera and chit chatting with everybody. So yeah, if you guys stream, please let us know. We'll get you guys some shout outs, get you guys recognized in my communities, so that way we can build each other up. Also, do you guys have any big Halloween plans that you guys are underway right now? Because it's 7 p.m. here right now. We've already had like 3 groups of people come knock on my door, and my porch light ain't even on. So we had a lot going on, and I wasn't able to go get some candy for the kids, so we weren't participating this year. Plus we had TwitchCon. It's been a wild last 30 days. Appreciate you, Space, for doing all those shout outs. There goes that deck of a partner. Also, because I noticed this when I started stream, we hit 250. And so what that means is I had the follow marker set for 250, that once we reach 250, I would be doing a hardcover giveaway. I did. I know my counter has been off, but no, I logged into OBS today and it's all like 250, and I was just like, holy crap, now I gotta order a freaking hardcover book. So yeah, I will be doing a raffle Friday for everybody that follows the stream. So everybody's going to be entered into the raffle. And what will end up happening is Friday at some point during stream, I will have my random name picker that I use a website for it. I'll have a random name picker pick one person who will then get messaged to see if they want the book. It will be a signed hardcover. And so the hardcover is $30 on Amazon currently, which is insane to me that the price is that high. But yeah, so it is on Amazon. Depending on who wins it and stuff like that, I may have to ship it through Amazon to them. But if they live in the States, I'll just have it shipped here. So that way I can sign it, put a nice little message in it, and then ship it to them from my location. But yeah, that'll be happening Friday. We'll be doing that raffle for hitting 250. After that, I think my next goal, my next follower goal will be 500. And once we hit 500, I will be doing a 48-hour stream. So for those of you that remember the 24-hour stream, we will be doing a 48-hour stream in celebration of hitting 500. Yeah, so Pops, fun fact, that uwu redeemed is actually my wife being recorded doing the uwu. What's the goal for partner? So if I make partner, I will probably end up doing a big giveaway on multiple books. Oh no. Yeah, Stream Elements isn't sub, so they can't use my my emotes. So Stream Elements has to be subbed to the channel to get it. So Wisebot would be done through my Minibot, and I don't know if Decaden Jr. is. Yeah, see, so Wisebot isn't, he's a moderator, but he's not subbed to the channel. I don't think Decaden Jr. is. No, Decaden Jr. is not subbed to the channel either. So neither one of those. There is a way to set it up, Space, inside Wisebot's commands where it would make me say it. So if you want, I can add it in there. You got jump scared by the bot? Or now Stream Elements is subbed to the channel. There you go. Barter took care of that. Thank you, Barter, for the gifted sub to Stream Elements. I appreciate it so much. I'm sure Stream Elements also appreciates it. I don't think they really do. But now we have a bunch of partner emotes or partner commands going on through here. But yeah, honestly, I've never given it much thought. Like the book giveaways were the only thought I've ever put into follower goals. But then again, I never thought I'd reach 250. So, or going beyond that, for that matter. The idea for doing 48 hours after 500 followers came about after doing the 24-hour stream. We all made a joke about at some point I will torture myself and then do a 48-hour stream. And then for 1,000, once I hit 1,000, I'm going to do a 72-hour stream. So yes, no, for the 48 and the 72, both I'll have scheduled rest breaks where I will, take an hour or so or hour and a half, however long, to nap and rest. And that way I'm coherent. I suspect I probably won't need them, definitely for the 72-hour stream, but there will be scheduled points to stop and rest. So that way I'm not incoherent as best. So, well, I'll still be incoherent. I probably won't sleep on cam. I think a lot of y'all would get a chuckle out of my snoring or my talking in sleep, but no, I probably won't sleep on cam. I probably won't leave my office for those 48 and 72 hours unless I'm going to the bathroom or getting food. So I'll probably be sleeping right here in my computer chair. But yeah, those are the follower goals that are pending. Me updating all the necessary things that I need to update. 48-hour stream for 500, 72-hour stream for 1,000. But yeah, I think if I hit partner, I probably will do a huge giveaway because I'll probably have more books out by then. So I'll probably do book giveaways or do a subathon where it's uncapped, however many hours y'all can keep me on stream. So those are some ideas. The sleep on cam with the alerts going off. Yeah, right. Okay, the gaming chair. And mine reclines, so this is reclining for my chair. Yes, the community. So I thought, honestly, Space, I thought I put the community challenge up yesterday, but apparently I did not. I didn't hit start, but it is up now. What do you got, Alessa? What you need? Uncapped, yes. So I did see what happened to Blue, and I'm well aware so Holy did it. And honestly, I'll probably just put a 100-hour cap on it, so that way we're not going because I won't be able to take that much time off. So I will have to cap it because I will have to go to work. So I think what we'll do is if we reach partner, we will do a capped stream or a subathon stream. So I think there's if I start Thursday night, I can go till Sunday evening would be the longest. And it would be a subathon. Basically, you add every sub will add whatever amount of minutes to the clock. And yeah, so we'll play it from there. If I can manage it and take a few extra days off of work, I will probably set the cap higher to cover the days I would have normally, or the days I would be taking off, which means I won't be golfing that weekend. So okay, so which song are you trying to get her to dance to? If I manage to get a full book series written by that time, yeah, I probably would do something like that. Barter. All right. Okay, so moving on. Now that I've talked y'all's ears off. Oh, wait, that's my job. I'm going to continue. So Alessa is in my server as I believe I have her set as a Twitch mod. But she would be Kadai. Yeah, I have her. Oh no, I have her set as a Twitch mod. Here, I'll do the pinging to help alleviate people trying to find people. There you go. Y'all have been found now. Okay. Anywho, so need to go back. So here we have Final Contact. That got 11 points, so that's where we're at. The idea behind this book is it's a epilogue to a book series that I am working on called The Gathering Dark Alliance. The Gathering Dark Alliance is a trilogy that bounces between a medieval timeline into a modern timeline for book 2, and then into a futuristic timeline for book 3. So it transitions time throughout the entire book series because one of the characters that's in the book is a time mage. So he's able to manipulate time distortions and leap through different universes and stuff like that. That's probably good. That it matches pretty well. And so this book is from a different character's perspective. Towards the end of the last book, to where there's basically an all-out war going on and stuff like that. So the summary goes: all-out war between heaven and hell rages across the realms. An all-out war between mortals and divines mar the planets as demons, angels, humans, and every other entity crawl out for the apocalypse. Only the human resistance, led by one man and his team to prevent the genocide of the human race. While all others aim for aggression and destruction, humans fight for survival and a unified defensive front to keep their existence. The divine has had enough. In 3059, when the world learned the truth about that God was real, they were given one chance to stop the hatred and stop the wars on one another. Humanity did not listen. They continued in secret, or so they thought. The realm gates opened, and an outpouring of creatures only ever thought to be myth and fantasy came flooding through the gates. God turned his back on them. This caused a civil war between the divine and the mortal. Infighting was rampant, and even in the year 3065, war still reigns. Caden Breeze leads a small team of soldiers across the continent, fighting off pockets of demons, angels, werewolves, vampires, and elves as they try to make a foothold for humanity to take shelter. Communications are scrambled as the divine use their powers against the powerless humans to prevent a unified front. It is Caden and his team's job to survive first contact and make sure that humanity has a fighting chance to survive the final contact. So that's basically what that is in a nutshell. And then we have up next is Gatekeeper. As long as heavens had angels, and the underworlds had devils, and the realm of man was populated, the gatekeepers have stood watch. Long after the realms opened up to accept other divinities and their creations, the gatekeeper has stood guard. Ooh, what's this? Oh, Alessa's. Is that a kitty? That is a kitty. Pretty kitty. Let's see. For time immemorial, the gatekeepers have been in existence, ever present and ever watchful. Alexander Chaos was one such gatekeeper, chosen by the divine to watch over the gates to the realms, guarding it from those who have no place crossing. A security guard, if you would, he spent his days and nights amongst beings no mere mortal should have any right or power to be around. With his station, though, he was granted more than what a normal mortal would be granted: temporary immortality, supernatural gifts, and many other benefits. While no one gatekeeper was the same, many all shared something in common. They were hand chosen by the divine to give up a time of service in return for an easy living for long after their contract has concluded. Or at least that's how it was supposed to be. As something brew around the gates, the barriers between realms weaken, and those who would not normally be granted passage find ways to slip past the gatekeepers. Now it is the gatekeeper's job to hunt and track down these entities and return them back to their realm, or perish trying. That is the life of a gatekeeper. And then lastly, we have Seven Swords. Let's scroll down. Let's see. In a world where the sword is the way of life, a sacred competition is held every year to test might and mettle. Masters of the Seven Swords is a tournament of world's greatest swordsmen from the farthest reaches. These events are held in secret and only... Ooh, space. I like it. I'll pause. Anytime I hear space singing, I immediately just shut the hell up. Hi, Nova. Sorry I missed your message. I apologize. I didn't mean to. Thank you, Space. I was probably reading, wasn't I? All right, so to test might metal, Masters of the Seven Swords is a tournament of the world's greatest swordsmen from the farthest reaches. These events are held in secret, and only participants know of the location only days before they take place. I have bard power. You do, bud. You do. These events are okay. I already read that part. Given scrolls to be teleported to the realm which they are held, the battles are to the death, but death is not permanent in these realms. When a warrior dies, they are returned to their home, and their ability to wield a sword is forever lost, never able to train in a sword ever again. A school deep inside the mountain is a secret school where students are trained all their life in many forms of sword arts. Kids from around the world are scouted out and brought to the school to be the next master of the Seven Swords tournament. These students are taught they are different from others, gifted in techniques not seen in the world. They are taught how to harness these powers for good and not evil. David Kincaid aspires to be the next master of the Seven Swords. And so there's your top 5 picks for the NaNoWriMo entries. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to set up a poll. And I'm going to put these into the poll, and you guys get to vote for them right here on stream. So let me get that set up. So we're going to do Blood Rose. We're gonna do the cosmology of chaos. Dark, no. Final contact. And then gatekeeper. 7 swords. All right. I will allow for the use of chaos tokens to pad the votes. We're going to let this go on for 10 minutes. In that time, I'm going to take a step away and use the bathroom while you guys are voting. So, poll is up now. So while you guys are voting on that, I'm going to take a quick BRB and we'll return and see which book is the winner. Slow down.
So, a message from Dash on there. Slow the fuck down! You're drinking too much right now!
Especially because I only drink 3 times a year. Heavily drank, I should say. Y'all heard her. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Yeah. Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
You forgot the balloon!
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Oh. Make me walk, make me talk, do whatever you please. I can act like a star, I can beg on my knees. Come jump in, bimbo friend, let's do it. This fellow, cause you are the abbot to my Costello, and you are the fruit to my loom. Red Solo Cup, you're more than just plastic, you're more than amazing, you're more than fantastic. And believe me that I'm being sarcastic, that I look at you and say, Red Solo Cup, you're not just a cup. You're my friend. I'll tell you like I told the last biome. You attack me, I will shoot back. Just so you're aware. You stay over there on your side, I'll leave you the hell alone.
Bad. Not bad at all.
Oh shoot! Holy cow. I still love that emote, by the way, May. And, wow. Welcome in. Thank you, May, for the rest. Let me open this. Where's my... You know what? We're gonna avoid TOS strikes. I won't even use the sharp object to open this. Got a nose picker.
Bro, got an
Happy
amazing
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Graydon. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
That's from all of us.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna skip a lot of this because it is a lot of science jargon. That if you're really, really interested in what the science behind all of this is, you can buy the book. I mean, you guys are getting a lot of this story for free, but again, if you want the science, buy the book. I'm weird. Get in here and fight me then, right here on this camera. Hang on, I'm gonna blow the camera up. Here we go. Let's go. I'm ready for you. Come on. I know. Oh yeah, no, Space is always down for a good fight. Brunswick, juicy Georgia peach with a thick southern drawl, sexy swinging walk, brother, she's all country. From her cowboy boots to her down home, she's country.
Choose your fate.
From the song she plays to the prayer she prays. That's the way she's born and raised. She ain't afraid to stay country. Brother, she's country. A hell raising sugar when the sun goes down. Mama taught her how to pit rip up the town. Honey dripping girly from the side. Oh my Jesus. She's a Kansas princess. Crazy mother trucker. Undercover lover. Thick southern drawl. Sexy swinging walk. Brother, she's all country.
Be high. Hey, I'm always ready to take credits off your hands.
Where you at? Oh no. See how pretty that thing is?
Mother, eat.
All right, and we back. There it is. Camera's up. All right, what are we seeing here? Oh wow, that took a insane turn. It's like. So far, we have 5 votes for Blood Rose Chronicles. Wow, like a landslide. What space? What happened? Guess what? 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 It's Halloween. It is Halloween. And I did it. You did what? Oh yeah, no, I've already listened to it and watched it and liked it. I haven't left a comment yet because I was still prepping for stuff, so I haven't gotten to go in there and comment yet, but I will. But yeah, no, it's freaking great. It turned out really well. You did a fantastic job on that music video. You want to grab that? You want to grab that link for the music video and drop it in chat for those that are here hanging out and want to maybe take a peek at it. So we're what? We got like a minute left maybe on this vote. Oh no, the partners. We got partners. So yeah, unless... There it is, there's the link. Everybody go check out The Bard of Bastion, Ode to the Headless Horseman. Made by our very own Space Crow. The song, the music video itself, all made by Space Crow. So go check that out, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, show Space some love. He put a lot of hard work into that song, and it's freaking amazing. Space is also the one that did the visualization and music for our theme here, basically, our stream theme. So Space is a huge reason I have background music. Let's see. Unless the tide changes. Oh no. It's 50-50 now. How are we gonna break that tie? Oh, there we go. We got one more for... Oh, there's two more. All right, that's three more. Oh, it's starting to spread. It's starting to get there. Oh no, it's shifting. The tides are shifting. Okay, so we got 17 votes for Blood Rose Chronicles. We got 10 votes for Cosmology of Chaos. Is that where we're going to end at? I believe so. So we're going to end up with... I'm waiting for that last... Okay, Blood Rose Chronicles it is. Holy crap. Space Crow contributed 9,000 channel points to the vote. Nice. So there we go. We got the Blood Rose Chronicles being the winner. I'll go ahead and load up the notes and stuff I have set aside for it as we speak. There goes your Minecraft points. Yeah, that's all right, Space. You'll earn more. You have 30 days to come up with the points to contribute to the Minecraft Stardew stream. So it's not all lost. All right, let me transition to this scene. All right, so here we have my notes for the book itself. So citations and stuff like that, synopsises. I've already had an idea. I have an idea for the first 3 chapters because the book itself, it's 3 different perspectives. So it pops back and forth between the 3 different main characters. So you have Bobby Rockwood, Jeremiah Narich, and Damian Rice, who are all 3 of the main characters of the story. And it basically each chapter will shift into a different main character and tell their part in their story from their perspective. And so that's how this story is going to unfold. I have my notes for each character and their backgrounds and stuff like that, what they're capable of and stuff like that throughout the story. So you have the Nomads group, which is a pack of werewolves. And they're contributing factors to the story. You also have the Pacific Region's Prince and his hierarchy. You have the Frontier Region's Prince and their hierarchy. Did I just get bonked? Do I have a bonk ready? See, it's all for the chaos indeed, but imagine Minecraft chaos is the same song from Discord the other day. Yes, it was posted in the Discord. Thank you for the lurk, Jade. Appreciate you. I think Barter might be referencing yeah, I think I did share it, or it was shared in my Discord. I don't remember. I do things, and then things, scream by, and I forget. Oh, look at that. Barter just hit level 34. Appreciate you, Barters, for all the time you spend in the channel. Let's see. So then we have the Midwest region, the South region. I think, yeah, I do have marked. So the Pacific region is Hawaii, Washington, Nevada, Alaska, and Oregon. So basically the entire Pacific West Coast. The frontier region is New Mexico, Utah, Montana, Colorado, Idaho, and Arizona. The Midwest region is Kentucky, Minnesota, North Dakota, Kansas, Indiana, Ohio, Iowa, South Dakota, Nebraska, Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan. The South region is Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Virginia, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, Arkansas, South Carolina, and North Carolina. And then the Northeast region is Maine, New Jersey, West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Vermont, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. And then I have some scene notes that I have jotted down throughout various points in my writing career where, these will all make it into scenes in the book. And then, of course, some more, it's like RPG-ish notes. So there's other character information also in here. So this will be I've been planning to write this story for a while now. I actually have the cover art already made for it. So I'll load that up right now. So we won't have to worry about having to get anybody to do the cover since I already have it. So this cover is made in a collaboration effort. So the artist, myself, and my oldest daughter. She did the drawings for the skull or the skulls and whatnot. I did the drawings for like the books behind here and the table this sets on. So between me and her, we made a cover. New York always dies. Let's see. All right. It was in Dash's the other day when he was. Oh yeah, I shared it in Dash's Discord server. The text is very small. The text is very small for a reason. Currently, because I don't want to share all of my notes. The text size will change as we start writing the story. So you guys will actually get to see some of the text. I'm actually thinking about blurring it out because as I grow in size, I do not want anybody to come in here and snipe one of my stories. I mean, granted, they probably won't write it as good as I would. But I also don't want to get hit later by somebody going, oh, I wrote that first. You know what I mean? So there may be a possibility in time where I'll end up blurring my writing screen, or at least where the text would go, so you guys can still, because I'll probably end up doing it in For the Words, that RPG writing game thing that we have. So that way you guys can see the monsters we defeat and the accomplishments we make and stuff like that. Let's see. My area is Midwest now. Yes. And so the decisions on regions was all decided upon, like there's been many wars in the vampire community where they have taken over regions and have managed to control those regions. And so that's basically why you're a Midwest area now instead of, whatever normal area you would be in, is because the prince and his army basically took over that region at some point. It made me think of when I start streaming Sea of Thieves. Nice. Make me very happy. Perfect. I'm kind of glad I ain't written in Decca's book yet. Space has actually got a cameo in one of the books that was in this list. If I remember correctly, Space was going to be written into, was it Solo or Sleepless City? Space. Super zoom active. Ads incoming, not the ads. I still need to make the character outline for you. Yes. Yeah, Solo. Okay. So it was Solo. Society of Lone Operatives book. So Space has a character all lined up for that book, and so he will have a cameo inside. So that's a huge feat. I'm super excited about that. Other people that have made cameos into my main projects has been Toby. Yeah, Father Cram in a book. My wife, of course, has her own story, and it's published. The Rapture of Witchcraft is a book about a character I designed around her. So it's on Kindle. So if you go, I believe I have the link in my panels below. If you go to my website and go look for the Rapture of Witchcraft, you can find that there. And there's the ads. Yeah, Solo is a fun story. The Society of Lone Operatives is kind of a blend between Jason Bourne and Hellboy. So it's like a blend of those two. And I wrote that synopsis, or at least the idea, I wrote it down before Jason Bourne or Hellboy was ever brought to light. I know Hellboy was a comic long before that, and I think Jason Bourne has been a story in book format for a long time. But yeah, I didn't even know about those when I penned that idea down. Like, I've never once read a Hellboy comic book until the movies came out, and then I kind of dove into the comics afterwards. How you doing, Zansu? We just voted on what book we're going to be doing for NaNoWriMo. So this is the book right here. It's called Blood Rose Chronicles. It's a vampire, werewolf, and hunter themed book. I will say this about this book, though. I had been putting off writing this book for a very long time due to the content that's inside this book. This is actually the only book I have under the pen name TJ Warren that is got really adult content in it. So it is, what did I set the rating to for this one? Let me go back, go to the outline. Okay, so I have set this for 18 plus for graphic violence, language, adult content, sexual content, descriptive nudity, gore, drugs, prostitution, slavery, and racism. So this book is probably my most controversial book, I guess you could say, because there is it touches a lot on real world things that happens in the real world. So there is slurs and stuff like that. The vampires do own slaves, so I have to account for that. Some of the characters get proposition for prostitution. There is nudity that's described. I do believe I have one gore scene that's also technically a sex scene, if you would. It's kind of descriptive. At the same time, it turns very bloody very quick. So it's not like one of those spicy scenes that you would see in a romance novel. It doesn't stay very spicy for long. So yeah, this is the only book in my entire collection that is this intense. And that was one of the biggest reasons why I put this book off for so long, is because of the nature of the content. My kids were still young, and I didn't want this book get out there and then like they pick the book up somehow and then start reading it and go, Dad, what the hell did you write here? You know what I mean? I wanted them to be a little bit older before I ever wrote this and have a better mind for creative writing and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of why I was a little shocked that this book got so much attention here at the end, because it's a really good story. I don't play too heavily on the spicy scenes. Like I said, I think there's only just the one that I have planned out. But like I said, it turns very gory very quick. So it's not like a full on spice scene. It's a slightly spicy, slightly gore related scene, and I do get very descriptive in this book, so I will have all kinds of different trigger warnings on this book when it's published. And then aside from that, I also have to get White Wolf's permission to publish it, due to I use White Wolf's naming conventions for the different types of vampires as well as the different types of werewolves. So I do have to go through and send an email out to them and let them know, hey, I'm writing this book, I'm using this X, Y, and Z property. Oh yeah, it's definitely the idea and the concepts designed by the entirety of the story will be very entertaining. I definitely do expect a lot of hatred for the ending, because the way I write, or I have plotted out the ending, I know I'm going to get so much hate about it. But at the same time, I think a lot of people are going to really like how the book ends as well. Yeah, and I've read a lot of different types of books, mostly because I too myself write different types of books, so I don't ever stick to one genre. And I've read some that are mildly amusing, but sometimes the over spicy scenes, like overdoing the spicy scenes, gets a little annoying for me. But I know of a few authors that do spicy books, and they actually tell the story pretty well, and you can kind of ignore the spicy scenes for the most part because of the way the story is written and the story is told. But there's been times I've DNF'd a book because it was just overly spicy. There was no real story to it. It was mostly just an adult book. It was very, very much adult content, and I'm not into that. I know a lot of readers are. Yes, yeah, smut with no plot is very annoying. It's like, that's not a way to write a book. I know there's a lot, like I said, I know there's a lot of people that buy that kind of stuff, but for me, like, that's why do you read that if there's no story? But it is what it is. I've been in this career or this field long enough to see the trends. I know what sells. It's definitely not anything I write because I don't write smut. If I did, I'd probably be a freaking millionaire by this point. Give me a plot, make me feel something. Exactly. Depends on your definition of everyone there, Zansu. Not everybody dies in the book. There is a lot of death in the book, though. I will say that. But I don't want to give anything away because I don't want to ruin the opportunity of anybody reading this book, and then they're like, oh, I know how this book ends anyway. But I will say that people will be shocked and surprised by the ending of this book. I'm actually surprised. I did get an email one time, or a message, however you want to look at it. I did get a note from somebody about my Inheritance of Chaos. because there was a scene in there that really made them rage. So it was very funny because that was why I wrote that scene for the rage. I wanted the rage. I wanted my viewer or my readers to be very upset with me. And so when I plotted that idea out and wrote it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this scene, and I'm here for it. Yes, I do. How's it phrased? I do aspire to make my readers feel emotions, and I want my readers to be attached to the story so much that they will rage on particular scenes. So yes, I do write with those thoughts and intentions in mind. The best kind of story is the one that makes the reader hate the author. Exactly. All right, Zensu, enjoy your day at work. $10 at a time. See, the best kind of story is the one. Yeah, I read that. Okay, I could see you eventually writing a plot smut that people would love to read. So, me and Space have had this conversation. I was looking for remote jobs. About 3 weeks ago, I think, is when we had this conversation. And I found a job posting where they pay writers to write smut. And so I told, I think it was like $15 a chapter, I think is what it was, something like that. So I had told Space about it because we're talking about remote jobs at the time. And I was like, I think I found a remote job that I could do. I just wouldn't do it under my current pen name. So for those of you that can see here on the screen, my pen name is TJ Warren. So if I were to write or take on that job posting and make that a profession, because I literally could make that a profession, I could make that my career, I would actually be able to make a killing off of that. Because, like, yes, I do have the ideas. I know how to write it. I just refuse to write it under my name, primarily because I don't want to be known for that kind of content. You know, I want my legacy to be built around fantasy and sci-fi blend, because I do. A lot of my stories are a blend of fantasy and science fiction, and I meld the two together, so you get like your elves and space kind of idea. So I do blend a lot of that together, and that's kind of how I want my legacy to be built upon, is that kind of stuff. If I have to come up with an alternate pen name, so be it. I'll come up with an alternate pen name and write a bunch of smut that people can enjoy and read. And I know I'll make a killing off of it because I am a damn good writer. I am a damn good author. I have so many ideas that I come up with just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. And I'll, hit a golf ball and then come up with a space opera themed book. I mean, it's not hard for me to come up with the ideas. I would take that job. I can see you have fun with. I definitely could. Blood Rose caught my eye because of the blend of genres. Yeah, absolutely. It is definitely a blend. It brings your werewolves and your vampires and your hunters together in one. There's also mages and changelings. You have elves and dwarves that make an appearance. Like the story is set in a modern time. So I think I set the story in like I think it was like 2018. So it'll be like 2018 times before pandemic and all that stuff. And when I originally penned this down, I had set it for 2018. I think it was only like 2004 when I started penning this idea down. So I already set it for like the future, and now like I'm looking at it, I'm like, do I want to push it further into the future or just leave it at 2018? I think I'll end up leaving it as 2018. I'm only at 190, sir. I am not up to 300 yet. I mean, I probably could be, but I keep coming up with. Actually, no, yeah, I am, because I ended up coming up with a new detective story I wanted to write. And like I said, I came up with that detective story while on the golf course. I was like, that'd be a pretty cool idea to write about. I think it would be a lot of fun to write that. And so, yeah, I'm always coming up with new and exciting ideas. I went from having, sorry. I went from having one mini series that I had planned and plotted out to be written in a mini series. And I had written it out to do a chapter a week. So each chapter would be episodic format, so it would still have a beginning, middle, and end for that episode. And the entire series, chapter after chapter after chapter, would tell an entire story about the entire universe. And so I only had one of those. And then I came up with another one that was based loosely. I say loosely, it's based entirely off my life, but with a fantasy spin to it. So I get to tell my story in a fiction format. So that way I can disguise truth and fiction inside the story. So people will have to kind of really read between the lines at that point and try to decipher what's real and what's fantasy in that. So that one's a really fun project. Because I had somebody make a comment about the crap and stuff I've seen over my entire 30 odd years of existence, that I could probably make a compelling story based off of my life, because I've seen so much, I've done so much, and I've been through so much. So, you know, there's that mini story. And then the third mini series came about. It's basically like a comics book style storytelling, without the comic strips. It's called The Misadventures of Authorman and Wordboy, which was so aptly named by Father Cram, one of my friends here on Twitch, who helped me come up with that name. And so the main characters are basically me and Toby as superhero and sidekick, and we get into all kinds of mischief, and we make, you know, funny jokes and stuff like that. It's basically just mine and Toby's interaction with each other on a normal basis. So that one's fun. His smut pen name should be Kuro Crow, and then I came up with another one. That's always how it goes. Yeah, basically, that'd be really cool stories that tell truths while breaking readers. Yeah, and that project has been one of those projects that I wish I could stick with every week and get out a story or a chapter every week, but I always have something going on. I always have something I'm working on. And so like I've kind of shelved those ideas for the time being until I can get some more content written up, and then I'll probably end up start working on those again. And that's the hard thing about being a miniseries writer, is miniseries take time, dedication. You have to write at least 3,000 words a week for them to be compelling and good. And it's hard to maintain that time, especially when you've got other series you're writing, or you have other books you're writing, or you have streaming to manage and stuff like that. So that it really does drive on an author to make stuff like that happen. And which is why it kind of got shelved for the time being, so I can work on other projects, build on other things, and eventually I'll come back and work on those again. And then, of course, I have my mega series, which is called the Urban Legends Online saga. Yeah, I got to text my boss. My major series is called Urban Legends Online. It's a 21 book series. It's broken down into 3 sections. So you have the story that's told by one character, and then the story that's told by his son, the main character's son. So those two books basically are those two book series. There's 7 books apiece. Those two book series run in tandem almost. So like one book's taking place, then the next book's taking place. That kind of bridges book 1 and book 2 of this series together, and so they kind of bridge each other until you get to the 3rd series, which the two characters join forces, and then their story is set at this, in the final series, the 3rd series. And then each one of those books has like 6 novellas attached to them. So each book has 6 novellas that tell backstories for like the side characters, because it was already penned out to be 120,000 words for the book itself. If I were to tack on each character and tell their backstory at that same time, I would end up with like a 250,000 word book. And so I figured the easiest way to do it would be do novellas that you can pick up in a collection and read. So the side characters would basically have their own stories, and that's how Rooks and Kings and Rapture of Witchcraft has been written. They've been written in that novella format and tell the story of a side character that appears in Urban Legends Online 1. So there's that. I have other stories, like I mentioned earlier. I have the Gathering Dark Alliance trilogy that I'm working on. I have the 8 Kingdoms of Chaos trilogy or series that I'm working on. What else? I have a lot. Let's see. So yeah, I have the 8 Kingdoms of Chaos, Gathering Dark Alliance, the 3 miniseries, and then what is this? This is like 20, 30 freaking novels, novellas, short stories, all sitting here ready to be written. So I have like a bunch of one-off books that I have ready and geared up to go and be written. So yeah, I have a lot to do. I have a lot to work on. Eventually I'll get them all written, and then hopefully one day I just run out of ideas. I doubt that'll ever happen, but one day, I hope. Blue, I hope you're doing well, buddy. I appreciate you always being here and lurking. Oh, that's great. Just doesn't get any prettier. And got him twice in one clip. Nice. I love it. That's what we're here for. Where are we at on time? Let's see, 8:04. So I've got 26 minutes. Let's talk about the main characters then for this story. So we have Bobby Rockwood. He is the hunter of the group. So Bobby Rockwood grew up in Cortez, Colorado, where he has had a normal life and even a normal upbringing. His mom worked 2 jobs trying to raise 2 boys. See? Normal. His dad hadn't been part of the family long before Bobby was born, and no one ever told him why. As he learned later in life that it was for a very good reason, his dad was dead, or more rather, undead. He had he had come home late one night from a high school party, and there his mom was pinned against the wall with some guy on her neck, a silent scream on her face. David laying next to them in a pool of his own blood. Bring it down. Bobby took a baseball bat from where it rested up against the wall, and as he went to swing at the guy, the creature turned around, caught the bat in Bobby's hands, and crushed it without even thinking. Bobby took what was left of the bat and shoved it straight into the man's chest. The creature turned to dust instantly, and his mother collapsed to the ground. Her lifeless body still had the same expression. It's been several years for Bobby. Being a hunter was easy. He learned that not all monsters were evil, that many of them just wanted to be left in peace. While others followed a strict code of conduct, Bobby didn't hate these creatures, only the ones that took their machinations too far. Those were the ones he was after. He ended up making a name and place for himself in Denver, where he took on contracts to drop undesirable monsters. It was a pretty cushy gig. Bad kitty. No bad kitty here. Maybe a bad crow, but not a bad kitty. So that's the hunter of the group, Bobby Rockwood. Pretty interesting backstory for him, and it does play a lot later in the major story. Live space reaction, nice. And then we have the werewolf of the group. Jeremiah Narach wasn't always a werewolf. He was adopted by a family in America in the early 1940s and was taken care of. Then the first change happened. Luckily for him, he wasn't alone. A man had appeared to him one day and left Jeremiah with a cryptic message. "When you want answers, I will be here." Then left Jeremiah. It wasn't until later that night he changed in more ways than just puberty. When he sought after the man, he asked many questions, and this mysterious man answered them all patiently. It was then that he left his family to travel with his alpha and then search the world, helping lost children of Gaia, who are turning and have no clue why. Later in the 1960s, Jeremiah met his alpha's best friend, who was a bit different than most Farah than he had met. They explained that because both his parents were Garu, that his appearance was the result. The three traveled the world, calling themselves nomads, guiding people through changes and teaching them what was next for their lives. Jeremiah got very good with talking with spirits during the time that they traveled, and as well as becoming a powerful mystic. Though most of his talents was in the healing arts, Jeremiah could perform other magics. And then it goes on to talk about his magics and stuff. Oh, shoot. Okay. I'm adopting him. He's my blurbo now. Sorry, Father. You've created a blurbo, and he's mine now. Squishes him like teddy bear. Yes, I do manage to create very good and lovable characters. At least I would hope I had that ability. And then we have the vampire Damien Bryce. He's a 9th gen Gangrel. And then, yes, the generations of vampires do matter. A 9th gen is fairly weak compared to a 6th or 7th gen vampire. So basically, it's the dilution in the bloodline. So, like, you have your 1st gen vampires, which are the originators, the progenitors, and stuff like that, and that spread that vampirism along down the line. And so, the further out you go, the weaker your bloodline is, and you're not as strong as most. So the most common generation of vampires in the storyline of this is 8th and 9th gen vampires. And of course, consuming blood also makes you powerful. So a lot of the 8th gens and 9th gens who seek power and glory, they take more lives for that mission to become, the prince or, the next prince, because then you would have to defeat the current prince to take his throne, basically. So his sire is Marin Demonia, has already experienced final death. Damien Rice was pampered all his life as the son of one of the most wealthiest families in all of Malibu. His father was in the real estate market, and for 6 decades before he grew too old to continue the business. Not long after Damien turned 13, his father passed away from natural causes, and Damien was left with one of the richest was left as one of the richest teenagers in all of California. His older brothers not getting any money because they had inherited all their money the day they turned 18, just like he would have when he turned 18, but because his father died before he inherited it till the lawyer stepped in and told him that he would have to wait till his 18th birthday. Greed is a family thing, a funny thing, because that day he turned 18, Damien Rice was murdered. Or so everyone was led to believe. Damien's body was found in the back alley in Los Angeles near a nightclub, where he was believed to be mugged and then killed. However, only one woman knows the truth of what really happened. He was turned that very night, and then his sire disappeared into the night. When Damien awoken next, he was alone in a cemetery, crawling his way out of dirt. His hands were monstrous claws. When he looked at his tombstone for the first time, he realized then the rumors were true. Damien swore that he would find who did this and make them pay. He never got a chance. When he did find her, he didn't know how he knew it was her. She was pinned by a massive wolf. Damien howled at the challenge. He wanted to send her to her final death, not this beast. The wolf snapped his head around, and an arm hanging from his mouth, eyes narrowing. The wolf slowly changed into the form of another vampire. He didn't say a word, but that look said it all, and Damien waited. The man went back to his deed, and when they left together, he explained that she didn't have permission to turn Damien. Her life was forfeit. Damien's life was in the hands of the prince, and the prince kept him as a pet. A reminder that you don't sire without permission. That was 40 years ago. Damien quickly gained favor with the prince and was given many liberties to learn and grow as his servant. Alistair wasn't a cruel man, but he did have his moments where he treated Damien like a dog. And so when Damien finally learned to shift, that was the form he was prone to taking. And so there you go. You have the 3 main characters for the book. You have the nomads. And then, of course, the different princes and elders for all the regions. So you have Alistair as the prince of the Pacific domain. He is held up in California itself, so all of California is his domain. He's an antediluvian, which is basically a very powerful vampire, and he's a Ventru. Let's see, and then you have some primogens. You have Victorious Simontia, Psalm, Adam Darko, Jonathan Moore, Sarah Shaw, and Celia, which is, that's Dante El Morte, which is the enforcer of the California Pacific region. Let's see, in the frontier region, the prince for the region is Memphis. Then you have the Primogens, which is Alfred Fleming, Irina Sutton, Sienna Woolams, Simon Chagall, Tia Morgan, and Yuma Macabre, which is the Gangrel Primogen for Arizona. Why did I name him Yuma? I mean, you could probably figure that out. The enforcer for the region is Star Amaral. The Midwest region is ran by Mephisto. And then you have the Primogens for this region is Maximilian Moore, Nicholas Blackwood, Ruki Basarab, Kaname Giovanni, Ren von Schlotterstein, I think is how that was actually pronounced, Beckett Basarab, Nathaniel Trevor G, Maya Dansby, Mavis Tweeney, Erica York, Lexi Iscariot, and then the enforcer for the region is Crimson King. Let's see. And then for the South region, Prince of the area is a Malkavian known as Victor Kane. The Primogens for the area are Texas has Brad Denitos, Mississippi has Pearl Damaskinos, and then you have Rune Hill, Olivia Sakamaki, Ben Peterson, Tate Wojtek, Rosaria Netchurch, Victor Amaral, Ingrid Webb, Camellia, let's see, the Camellia Count, Brian Ellison, and then the enforcer for that region is Deidre Graves. See, and then for the Northwest or Northeast region, you have Jimmy Cage, who actually has got a cameo inside the Twisted City series. I don't have a writing emote. Oh, looks like you got to get you a writing emote. Scribbles madly. So yeah, fun fact is Jimmy Cage does have a cameo inside of Skirmish, the Twisted Cities Skirmish book. So he is a character inside that book as well. And then you have the Primogens. You have Cassian Hansen, Mina Bay, Fortuna Max, Jenna Sinal, Mona Draken, I think is how I pronounce that, Elizabeth Knight, Maria Valentine, Sarah Fang, Owen Collins, Cody Cox, and Galen Lopez. And then the enforcer for that region is Demo Sixon, which is a Nosferatu. And the thing about the Nosferatu is they're very ugly, is to put it mildly. They have many physical deformities, like their skin's falling off, or you can see their rib cage, stuff like that. So yeah, that's the characters. That's the book as a whole. I have 10 minutes left. All right, perfect. Yeah, luckily I had all of these notes written out. I have a lot of scenes already penned down. That I will end up modifying and building them into the story as I go. But yeah, this is your NaNoWriMo entry right here. Blood Rose Chronicles. So I'm actually pretty excited. It's probably one of my favorite books that I have come up with the concept for. So I do look forward to writing it. But yeah, we'll get started with chapter 1 tomorrow. Whether or not we finish chapter 1 is a different story. But we will get started on that. We will be using For the Words for writing it. And apologize. So we will be doing that tomorrow. We'll try to get enough XP built up to level up our character in For the Words. That'll be 6 p.m. I think we're still in Pacific Standard Time till Friday, when the clocks change back finally. And then Arizona becomes Mountain Standard Time. So as it sits now, I am Pacific Standard Time. Going after the 3rd, I will be Mountain Standard Time. I love Arizona. So yeah, I'm definitely excited. I am highly shocked that this thing took the dub on that vote. I was so prepped and preparing to write the Cosmology of Chaos, and then like I was sitting outside, and I pulled up the stream and I was looking at the vote, and so I was like, man, that took a hella turn. It had already had like 4 votes on it before I even came back from break. So yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to write. I know that some scenes I won't be able to write on stream due to their content, which is perfectly okay. I will probably do those off stream anyway. A lot of this book will get written off stream, so there may be points where we're working on chapter 1, and all of a sudden you come in the next stream and we're working on chapter 3, because I have 50,000 words, and I don't think I can do all of that on stream, especially the way I have my stream schedule set up. If I was a full-time streamer and author, I probably would do every single word on stream and writing it on stream, but I'm not. I do have a full-time job, and I can't stream from work, unfortunately. So let me go ahead and close all this stuff out. I do need to save this, though. Because I note of these ones that got voted on during the NaNoWriMo entries. And probably prep. All of a sudden you start acting up. I don't even have anything running. It'll catch up eventually. There it goes. Okay, we're back. And so yeah, I make a note of what was voted on. I will probably transfer or rename the NaNoWriMo entry channel, and I will probably move it down to the bottom of the community center lineup, and then I will probably add other summaries. For those of you that are in my Discord and want to see what other stories I have plotted and planned out, I'll bring the summaries for those books into this channel, and you guys can be able to browse them there at any time. I may end up doing a forum channel, because I think I already have one set up now that I'm thinking about it in Writer's Block. No, I'll probably end up setting up a forum channel inside Writer's Block. So if you guys aren't part of that or don't have access to that, you can go into channels and roles in the Discord, and you can select all right, I'm not seeing it. I will have to add it in there then. I'll add it into channels and roles to where you can select whether you want access to, you know, some of the extras channels that I have, so that we have like a gaming channel, and then I'll add a writing, basically a writing macro, so you guys can join the writer's block channel or category, and then see all the summaries that I have. And then in form format, you guys can comment on them and ask questions and stuff like that. Okay, with all that said, let us find somebody to raid out to. Shall we? Do you guys want to do... What do you guys want to see? What do you guys want? What do you guys want to view? Do you want to see some video games? Do you want to see some writing? I don't know if I have anybody on that's writing currently or doing art or anything like that. Let me pull up. Let's see. We have somebody playing Dead. We have lots of people playing Dead by Daylight. Coffee's on, doing For the Words. They've only been on for 2.5 hours, so we can always go raid Coffee. Who's working on... What are they working on? They're also getting ready for NaNoWriMo, so I think that's what we'll do. We're gonna go ahead and go over and raid. We're gonna go raid Coffee. So let me get her pulled up, or them. Let me get them pulled up. My bad. Sorry, Quills. I'm so sorry. Thank you for dropping them raid messages. Oh, I got a whisper. I didn't even see that. Oh, okay, that makes sense. It was a whisper from Wisebot because Space was logging in. Alright, so you guys want to grab those raid messages. If you're subbed to the channel, grab the first one with the Joker face and burning hands. If you're subbed to the channel, grab the second one with our own custom raid message, or custom raid emote, I mean. Let's see, let me get the raid. Get that started. All right, well, there we go. Raid's created. We're going over. We're gonna show Coffee some love. They're working on their stuff for NaNoWriMo as well, which is awesome because that means I get to look forward to one of their stuff being finished for NaNoWriMo, which I'm excited about. But yeah, we got the community challenge up. It's 2K per day or per stream. You guys can donate to me playing Minecraft and Stardew. This week's going to be mostly, or this month, entire month's going to be mostly writing streams. So if you're not into the writing stuff, I completely understand. Fridays will be my days where I'll play a game for stream until we beat the VTuber Summit. Fridays will be the VTuber Summit, except for this Friday. This Friday will be Baldur's Gate 3 because I owe Space some Baldur's Gate 3 wifey time. But yeah, until next time, I appreciate everybody who came in and dropped some biddies, supported the stream, dropped those subs, resubs, gifted subs. You guys are all appreciated. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you guys every single day. For those of you, have a good night, good day, good afternoon, wherever time zone you're in. I hope you are having a beautiful day. See ya!